While viewing Pat Ward Williams's 1989 piece Accused Blowtorch Padlock, you can't help but read the text written all around the centered images. Her bold handwritten letters attract attention away from the visuals, instead directing the eye to the words locked, black, who, tortured, Jews, and who. The photo, since its inception, has been entrusted with telling us the truth. Life magazine has been canonized as the chronicler of the times. These photos are usually presented without any mention of their origins, context, or constructedness. In utilizing text, Williams disallows for any quick viewing of this piece. You cannot look at the images in the center and then simply walk away. Instead, she relays her experience of coming across this photo in the Best of Life magazine anthology and teaches us how to ask the questions the originally published photo leaves unanswered. The caption reads, "Accused in 1937 of murdering a white man in Mississippi, this black man was tortured with a blowtorch and lynched." Williams' piece resizes the original photo, literally reframing it with an old wooden window frame. It's no longer the huge printed glossy photo that Life magazine proudly displays in a full-page layout. Look at the way the frames of the window pane breaks up the photo. It's no longer one fluid, glossy photo in a Best of Life anthology. No, now it's sectioned off. Different, multiple, different views of one seemingly fluid and historically sound happening. Williams shows us that photographs are not in and of themselves unanimous fact. In fact, they can be reproduced, they can be manipulated, they can be reappropriated. She makes the photo itself small and second to the dominant text. She denies Life's construction of blackness as victimized, helpless, and utterly silent. Instead, she centers the word black in all capital letters directly above the photos. She addresses the historical intricacies that are ignored by this photo. When she says, "I didn't see it right away. After all, you've seen one lynched photo, you've seen them all." Here, she reveals the historical significance the photograph played, and still does play, in, quote, documenting the mob's terrorism. Photographs of lynched black men were used as souvenirs. They were purely for the entertainment of white audiences, who used photos not only as souvenirs, but as proof that they were there to witness such an event. When Pat Ward Williams asks us, "Can you be black and look at this?" she asks us to question the audience that was largely complicit in the making, circulating, and viewing of these images. But Ward takes a step further in questioning the Life photographer that was able to capture such an image with a camera. Who took this photo, she asks. How can this photo exist? Life answers, no credit. In implicating with text the workings behind the making of this photograph, Accused Blowtorch Padlock forces the viewer to question the creation of this photographic image. The photographer is essentially one of the mob, one of those smiling white spectators who point and smile as if to say, "I was here." Even more so, by publishing this photo, Life magazine constructs a passive viewership. It gives us a photo and a sparse caption, nothing more, just a snapshot of history, and there is no need or demand to question the photographer or the caption author. It is presented as something whole, something that speaks for itself. But Pat Ward Williams's work lays bare this fact by resizing, reframing, and historically placing this photograph. In the end, she incites us to action rather than uncritical viewership. She tells us, somebody do something. And note how she uses the present tense. This isn't something that has passed. This isn't something that we need to look at, walk away from, and forget. Somebody do something. Now, today, in your life, this moment. In 1995, the J. Paul Getty Museum in Malibu, California, opened an exhibition called Hidden Witness: African Americans from Early Photography. Featuring a large range of images, most of them photographic portraits, commonly referred to as daguerreotypes. The museum invited artist Carrie Weems to participate in this exhibition. In her reaction to the photos, herself an artist of African descent, she created, "From here I saw what happened and I cried." She took photos both from the same exhibition that she was sharing with and elsewhere. She toned all but 2 of the photos in red and inscribed her own writing onto the glass coverings. You cannot look at her photos without being aware, being uncomfortable, and being forced to think about how these photos were used, why they were made, and what their continued distribution does. When looking at these works, you are faced with the harsh historical contexts in which these photographs were used. While Life magazine features photos to craft a visual historical narrative, these photos were literally used to strengthen the claims of this man. It was scientists, such as this man, who held up these photographs as proof of race as scientifically proven. In her work, Carrie Weems comments on both this and the fact that museum exhibitions such as this one only work to perpetuate the power of the photographic image as a source of information. Rather, we must look beyond the photo. Why was it created? By whom? And for what purpose? Both artists confront the dominant narratives that have been shaped by the so-called snapshot of history, the photo. They call on us to look beyond, ask questions, demand context, and most importantly, to do something.